Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Alright, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We are back with another episode of CyberCEO, and of course we have a very special guest on the show right now. Michael, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, sir. How about yourself?
Doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for giving us your time. We know you're very, very busy. So, for the benefit of everyone who's listening and watching, can you tell us something about yourself, Michael?
I've been in real estate now for 18 years. I've been a bold coach. I've been a coach. I have run a team for the last 11 of those 18 years. And so, yeah, that's just a little bit about myself. I'm married with 3 kids, 3 boys, crazy, crazy boys. So,
So you already have had a lot of hats to wear all throughout your career. Now, if you don't mind me asking, have you had any prior experience working with someone virtually before you had Cyberbacker?
yes, I've actually over the years have hired many virtual assistants.
Mhm.
I've got one virtual assistant that currently still works with me since 2011.
Wow.
So yeah, she's been with me for 10 years.
Imagine 10 years. Now,
Yes.
if you don't mind me asking, what makes this type of a virtual relationship work? What makes it a successful partnership?
I think the biggest key is setting expectations up front. I see so many times where people think that they're going to hire a virtual assistant and then just immediately have that person, take off and running. That doesn't even happen here in America. Like, you've got to train that person. You've got to, get them in tune with how you train and how they learn as well. And so really setting those expectations up front is huge, because if you go in with the wrong expectations, which I see happen a lot, then people end up faltering on
Right.
both sides of the ocean.
So setting up proper expectations first. Now, ever since your cyberbacker started working with you, Michael, how much time has he saved you?
For me personally, I mean, it's been amazing. He's actually, so our multiple listing service will not allow us to pull email addresses and telephone numbers. So,
Oh,
my cyberbacker actually pulls all of that information for me. And it's taken him 3 weeks to pull it. Because there's over 5,000 people in there that have to hand be looked up for that. And so that's not an easy process. So right there, that's 120 hours in just 1 month. He's going through and updating right now all the productions for everybody in the multiple listing service as well, in our CRM. So yeah, it's a big piece, just on those pieces, not counting the notes that he takes on my calls for me, scheduling and setting up time. So it's a huge piece that takes those smaller tasks that take up a lot of time, takes those off of my plate so I can focus where I need to focus.
again, especially, I've heard a lot of feedback from our clients who are also coaches. Mostly what they say is, I'm always in the conversation. That's what they say because I don't have to worry about the notes, things like that. Do you agree with that as well?
Yeah, I take some scratch highlight stuff
Uh-huh.
just as I'm on the phone so I can really be listening. Yet, yeah, I really don't have to worry about taking those notes. And I know that the details, the homework, like even when I ask for homework for my clients, my coaching clients, I already know what that homework is. So I never forget to ask every single week for their homework because it shows up. It's right there, right before the call. Here's the homework. Tell me something good. How did you do on your homework? Oh, I don't remember what my homework. So how did you do on this one? Because I've got it right in front of me.
And so, somewhat of reminders and notes for you there, then, Michael. Um,
Absolutely.
you already mentioned a few of the things that your cyberbacker is currently doing for you right now, but what we'd like to know is what are some of the new things or new tasks that you're considering having him do in the future for you and your business?
So, some of the things that have really helped, I also own a photography business as well.
Oh.
And so every morning he pulls down the download of all the edited photographs and uploads those to Dropbox and then sends those to the clients for us. So, he's working right now. Jay, my virtual assistant or Cyberbacker he is actually in multiple businesses for me.
Wow.
So he's in my coaching business, he's in my real estate business, and he's in my photography business, helping at different parts.
So equally, he really helps you with all of those businesses then. Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
Absolutely.
He's like split himself into 3 people then.
Yeah.
Now, my next question is a bit tough though, Michael. What have been some of the challenges that you've had working with Cyberbacker?
I think for me, one of the challenges comes down to is really, I go back to the expectations, right? You think you've coached and taught enough on a subject that they can run with, and you come back and realize like there were some gaps in how you actually explain things. So it really comes down for me. I don't tell anymore. I actually record everything that I'm doing as I'm showing my Cyberbacker. And feels weird calling Jay a Cyberbacker. He's been with me for so long. And so, having Jay go through that and watch it so that if he has a question, he can go back to the video versus, calling me. And most of the stuff the gaps where I miss, he's able to cover it by going back and watching the video.
I think that's a good idea for all of our listeners as well, creating that somewhat of a video library for all of the things that you want your Cyberbacker to do, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just don't pick up the phone and call anymore. It's like, hey, let's jump on a Zoom, let's record this. Then we got the recording, and he's like, great, I've got this.
That's a good idea as well. Now, one last thing. That's already great advice in what you mentioned. But what if we had listeners right now who are, let's say, business owners just like yourself, but they're still having second thoughts and they're having their own Cyberbacker? What advice would you be able to give them?
I'd write down all the tasks in the day that take up a lot of time. There are tasks that have to be done, yet they don't have to be done by you. Write down all of those things. Like, in bold, we used to tell everybody anything that could potentially be leveraged, meaning it was not a personal activity or a dollar producing activity. Everything else can technically be leveraged out. Make it yellow. All those yellow tasks, really start saying, okay, how could, start asking yourself, what would it be possible if my Cyberbacker was doing that?
Somewhat of a give up list then, am I right?
Yeah.
Give up list. Now, one last thing. I know that Jay is listening to us right now. Would you want to give him a quick shout out on the show?
Yeah, so Jay is up. Like, even if I forget to, or don't set the alarm clock, I know that Jay's going to be up and I'm going to get a message from him. So, this dude keeps me on track because that's a big job. Like I always tell people, it takes like 3 or 4 people to keep me on track. And so he does that. Like just yesterday, I got a message from him saying, hey, one of your clients is rescheduling. I've got it scheduled. They want to do it on Friday. I've got it on your calendar. It's already set, done. And so, yeah, that's been a big, big help. And so shout out to Jay for keeping up with me because that's a huge job.
We are very excited to see, of course, where this partnership between you and your Cyberbacker, Jay, would be in the next few years to come. Thank you very much for being on the show today. Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.